Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the basics of tatting and the materials used. I was sitting in a Relief Society one Sunday, and one of the ladies giving the lesson talked about a lady who tatted a big piece of lace to go over one of the altars in the temple. I was instantly intrigued. My brain went to thoughts of what is tatting and I want to learn. As soon as I got home, I started watching videos. I didn't have any tatting supplies, so I improvised with the ball of worsted weight crochet yarn. Over the years, I have become very passionate about tatting. I'm super excited to get tatting with you guys. Let's head to the video. This is a picture of my first tatted doily. When it came to tatting, I learned super fast. I only practiced very minimally before I jumped into this project. This is the first time I had ever tried to make lace. My mom found this really pretty pillowcase with tatted lace edging at an antique store. Here's me trying to recreate it. This is the first bracelet I tatted. The pearls added the perfect touch. I'm still trying to find the perfect clasp. Yarn can range from any number of sizes. This first yarn is size 80. It's the smallest I have ever worked with. It was a little tricky to work with, but the end product was worth it. This yarn is size 20. This is my favorite size to work with. It is also the most common size to tat with. This last yarn is size 10. It is more commonly used for crochet. It is a great beginner thread. The stitches are very easy to see. It will just make your projects a bit more bulky. There are two different tatting methods, needle and shuttle tatting. I love both methods and I was having a hard time deciding between the two, so I decided to show you both. Shuttles come in many different styles. I prefer ones with removable bobbins and a crochet hook. These particular ones are my favorite. Tatting needles are long needles with a skinny eye so you can easily slide off your stitches. This pack comes with 4 different sizes. I'll link all these items in the description box. So right here is going to be a ring, and rings are the circular elements in tatting. Chains are used to connect 2 rings together, and you have your picots, these little things right here. You can either use them as decorative elements or you can use them as joins. Joins are used to join your elements together. So first I'm going to show you how to do a double stitch using a needle. I'm going to take my needle in one hand and my tail thread in the other. I'm going to grab that tail thread in my left hand along with my needle. Your yarn will form a loop around your hand. We are going to start off by doing the first half of the double stitch. I'm going to take my yarn in my left hand. I'm going to place my finger under the yarn, rotating in an upwards clockwise motion. I'm going to take my needle up through the loop around my index finger and transfer it to my needle. It should look something like this. For the second half, I'm going to place my finger on the top of the yarn, rotating in a downward counterclockwise motion. I'm going to bend my finger and take my needle up through the loop, creating the second half of the double stitch. And this is what a completed double stitch looks like. Now we are going to learn how to do a picot. You're going to start a double stitch as normal, but this time we are going to leave a space between the 2 double stitches. Next, you're going to close that gap, which creates the picot. Now we are going to move on to shuttle tatting. I'm going to grab my shuttle with my right hand and drape the tail thread over my left hand. I'm going to wrap my yarn behind the back of my hand, then pinching both threads between my index finger and thumb. Your middle finger is going to be used to hold tension on your string. This is your working thread. You're going to hold your shuttle between your thumb and index finger. Now we can get started on the first half of the double stitch. With my palm facing up and my string draped across my fingers, I'm going to rotate my hand downward in a counterclockwise motion. I'm going to pass my shuttle under my working thread. I'm going to come up above the thread and through the loop I made with my hand. So you will notice that your shuttle thread has formed a loop around your working thread. We are going to need to flip that loop onto our working thread. We are going to do that by relaxing the tension of the working thread and tightening the tension of the shuttle thread. So now that our working thread is looped around our shuttle thread, we are going to tighten up that loop so it sits close to your fingers. It should look something like this. Now we are going to start on the second half. With the string coming out the right side of the shuttle, I'm going to pass my shuttle over and around the bottom of my working thread, coming through the bottom loop of thread. Then, once again, we are going to transfer the loop to the working thread. It should look something like this. To do a picot, you're going to do another double stitch, but leaving a space between the two double stitches. Pushing the knots together will create the picot. Now you should know all about the materials and how to do a double stitch and picot using both methods. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Bye!